Let's understand about the profiling of data in Power BI. Profiling implies we are checking the column quality, column profile, and column distribution. When we talk about column quality, it reflects how many data points are valid, how many are having errors, and it gives an option to remove those errors. When we talk about column distribution, it specifically tells about how many distinct values are inside the column, how many unique values are there, and what is the error profiling. And lastly, column profile implies and gives about what is the range of our income status and so on based upon the numeric field. So let's go and see this thing into action. We go to our Power BI, and inside our Power BI, let's import a data point. We go to Excel. Inside Excel, we go to our say working instead of Excel, let's go and select all files, and we want to import from CSV file. We want to import our customer data. So our customer data would be containing here, as you can see, this is our clothing company customer lookup table. This is getting imported, and we press an OK. After pressing OK, you can see this is showing the Finsic clothing customer lookup table. Let's check the customer profiling data. Before that, let's see if the data points are showing correctly. So this is a numeric field which is correct. This is a text field. This is a text field. Date of birth, this is showing as a date. And then marital status is correct. Gender is correct. Income is showing as number. Total children is a numeric form, and so on. So these data points are showing correctly in their details. If we go to view, inside view, we can see one option of column quality, as you can see here. So this option of column quality, one second, this option of column quality can be seen here, and if we click on that, we can specifically find that entire data set is showing here valid inside the customer key, prefix, and so on. But this data is being evaluated based on initial 1000 rows, as you can see here. Instead of that, we want to evaluate column profiling based upon entire data set, because our customer table contains more than 18,000 row item. So we click on that, and we want to bring the customer profiling based upon entire data set. We click here. Once we click, you can see that there are certain errors. So inside the customer key, there are certain errors. Inside the prefix, it's look good, and so on. So let's go and find what are the errors here. So when we click on the customer key, and we go and click on this 3 dot items, and we click here on keep errors, then we can see that these are 19 errors inside this customer key. If we click on any error, you can see that the customer key we could not convert to number. So this is a dash, a blank, and this customer key should be a number. So this is showing an error here. So let's go back again. Let's check another error. We click on this error, and you can see this was a customer number, but again there are some dashes. So either we need to tell to our product team inside the company to correct the customer numbers, and it will fetch automatically correct customer number, or if these are incorrect customer number and we don't want them, we can just go back again and remove these errors. So let it get loaded, and we got an option to remove errors. So we click remove errors. Once we do that, let's see what happens. Now our entire customer key, prefix, and other data points are showing correctly, and those errors have been removed. In future, if there are again similar kind of error, these would be removed out of this customer key, and if the data needs to be corrected, then it should be corrected in the original Excel file or the source file from which we are fetching the data. Once this is done, let's go to, instead of customer column quality, let's go to column distribution. When we click here, we can see the column distribution is loading, and specifically if we talk here, you can see that there are 682 people whose our name is distinct and 19 is unique, which specifically means that there are 19 people whose name appear only once inside this data, and there are uniquely 682 people inside this data set. This information may be helpful or may not be that much helpful, but yes, for initial discussion and understanding, this is good. Similarly, you can see that there are 1000 distinct surname, but there is only 3 unique last names. Unique as in they appear only one time inside this entire data set. So this is about the column distribution here. And after the column distribution, if we go and once again click on column profile, you can see that inside this column profile, this is telling everything about this column. So if we see, if I click on first name, Michael is appearing highest times, that 418 times this name Michael is appearing, and the total data count is 18,129. Out of that, distinct count is 682. This data may not be that much helpful because we will be creating our own measures for analyzing the data further. But instead of that, if we go to our total income, then you can see this is showing our minimum income as $30,000 and maximum income as well. Similarly, average income, standard deviation are also given, but these are not of much use for now. And this value distribution of income has also been shown here. So in this way, whenever analyzing the data, any person can easily identify if there are certain errors before creating the dashboards, and if there are errors, those can be rectified initially. After creating the dashboards, if those errors pop up, it becomes very difficult, because to go back and correct the things instead of doing it initially would really be helpful. I hope you understood it, and thank you so much.